This is Lord Maliscence back with another video on Let's Play Capture the Flag on Minecraft Pocket Edition. Now, I've practiced a little bit talking. I still haven't gotten very refined because I've never really done it before besides that one video, episode 6 in this series. And so I don't know like how to change my voice like in different ways to make it sound different on the video. Like for just practice, my voice kind of sounds like right now, as you'll probably notice, my voice sounds a little bit like I have a cold, which, wow, this is a really bad match. That's hilarious. There's 0 players on the blue team. I'm gonna build across before they get 1 player on. That's really weird. Normally I wouldn't even start a match with 0 players on one team. So I don't know what happened. This must be like a glitched match or something. Cause this never happens. Yeah. That's hilarious. I'm just gonna run in and get their wool, like both of them. That's just stupid. Okay, so I'm practicing a little bit on trying to speak in my videos and trying to make it sound like I don't have a really bad like nasal infection or a cold, but um that might take a bit of practice. So, um in the meantime, until I get a little bit more practice on that, I may sound strange and nasally. So yeah, I apologize for the last video with the video quality. I totally forgot to turn it up to screen resolution, and I left it down at 720p, which is it makes it so that you can't even view it full screen in YouTube hardly. And part of it's cut off, so it's not as fun to watch when you have a terrible quality video. So, you know, I decided that I'd make sure to remember to set it to, I don't know what my screen resolution is, but I'm guessing it's probably at least 1080 on the sides and probably about, 20 some on the other on the top and bottom. Oh, they got 1 player. Well, too late. That's hilarious. Oh, that player quit. This is just really weird. I'm just gonna. Okay, there we go. Um. Okay, that's just the weirdest thing I've ever seen on a server. And the kills were still 0-0, so I guess they never had a player on their team, at least not for long enough to actually kill somebody. Okay, I think I'm gonna join a different server because this is not any fun. Um, not exciting at all, you know. So let's see, CTF 28. Okay, the reason I use the numbers after the IP is because if I were to just join ctf.lbsg.net, what that would do would just teleport me to a random hub, and I don't want that because um if the game crashes, which happens frequently, um it will not bring me back to the same hub. Most likely it might possibly bring me back to the same hub, but not likely, really unlikely. And I can and occasionally some of the IPs are not open, but most of the time they're almost all open, so I don't really have to worry about them not being open occasionally. When because I have a bunch of us, I have a pretty big selection of ones I can choose from for my Let's Plays. At least on Capture the Flag. Normally for like my Skywars video, the one that I did there that time with the Skywars and the walls, I also made sure to join like a custom IP. Well, they're not custom IPs, but so kind of what I think of it as is a public portal. Portals are just things like IPs you can buy for these servers on their app, and what that does is it lets you join like full matches and stuff like that. And so it's kind of useful if it's become like really active or something, which it hasn't really become that active enough for me to buy a portal. But it also lets you join the same server your friends are on and stuff. So if you're like playing it with your friends, or you know, some people that you met online or something, you'd end up on the same server. So it's more enjoyable that way, because you don't want to be against people that you are friends with, you know. So I'm just gonna try and run around and create a distraction here. Oh, okay. So I got in, not for long. Okay. Anyway, so I think for this video, um, I'm only going to be doing 1 or 2 games, because I don't have a lot of time, right now. Um, I, I really wish that these noobs wouldn't build, like, walls around the spawn. There's no point in it at all. Because even if they could go in, there's no valuables they can really steal that they don't already have in their base. And besides that, like, if they're worried about them destroying the flag, they can't go that far, for one. And even if they could, um it's it's it still counts as a flag capture, even if it's destroyed. Not allowed. I never use those, because it seems a little bit too obvious that you'd be trying to use a secret passage, and they're not that secret. I mean, on Lifeboat, the website, they say, like, it's a secret that there's a part of the world that's under the regular part that's only accessible by stairs. This is a secret. Like, they act like it's so exclusive, but everybody who plays the game knows that, because it's so obvious. If you fall off, you will see it. Okay, it's starting to get a little laggy, so it might crash. I doubt that it's gonna crash right now, but it it's not bad to prepare yourself. I'm on CTF 28, so I think I can remember that. And if it does crash, I will try to pause the video before it crashes. But if it does crash, it'll bring me back to my home screen. I'll probably pause the video, because it takes a while to restart the game. Well, not the game, but, get back on the same server, because sometimes the server crashes your game, and then it takes a while for your game to register that the server is even there. So, anyway, it takes a while, and I'm sure that it's kind of boring for you guys who enjoy watching these. Anyway, so oh. I don't know. I don't even remember. I'm not that good at PvP, but my guess is I have a pretty high KDR um cuz I've used a bow mostly, and I get really like a ton of kills with the bow. Normally when I'm trying to do sniper stuff, I use the brawler kit because it's a give more knockback take less thing, and when you give more knockback, um it's easier for you to like knock people off sky bridges and stuff. I put like 2 stacks of arrows in my inventory, and sometimes I'll build like a little turret or something, or a wall that I can stand inside. Sometimes I'll just stand there, knock people off. Normally, I don't know if you guys have remember it at all, but have you? I don't. I oh, here it crashed. Okay, so it crashed for a minute there. But what I was saying was, I don't know if you guys remember the strategy I normally use for trying to defend, like early game, trying to defend the people like our bases from people who build across. What I do is I have, since they normally just go across in the center, I have the 3 high on the sides, and well, 3 high, uh 1 by, I don't know, I don't remember how long this area is. I guess it's let's see, 5 blocks. So I just put one right here, here, and then I put three, like 2 up from that on here, and then I put it across so that they can't go over it because it's 3 blocks high, and I can still knock them off the sky bridge. Another way to do that would be to just have the bottom blocks open instead of the middle ones. And that might even be a little more effective, but anyway, that's what I'm used to building. So, this guy looks like he needs some help here. He didn't even have time to take out his sword instead of his bow. Okay, I think I'm gonna need... Well, I remember when I did that with a guy who had all iron armor, and he already had his sword in his inventory. He didn't get a single hit on me, and I got in like 7 on him. And I'm not that good at PvP, so I don't know how that happened. But anyway, so I guess it did. Whether I think that it's realistic or not, it would have been realistic, is what I mean. But if I thought it would have been realistic, I am not too much of a uh, somebody who tries to stick to all the grammar rules and stuff. But I normally try and stick to at least basics when I'm doing my Let's Plays. Ooh, that's nice. Okay. Okay. Well, I was quite quiet for a second. I was just trying to concentrate and kill as many of them as I could before I died. Yeah, well, normally what I'll do is if I don't really care about my KDR. I just try and help out my team. So like if I and they don't even have the KDRs available yet on these servers. So I haven't been able to check mine. But anyway, if somebody needs a bow or something, I'll give them a bow, and then I'll jump off the side so I can respawn with another bow, because that's an important weapon for me. What's the point of these walls anyway? This server must have a lot of noobs on it, because, and I don't mean noobs as an insult. It's not their fault that they don't know how the game works. But, and I don't try and make fun of them. But it is kind of annoying to people who play the game constantly and know the basics of the game and how it works. Because when you're building totally useless things, you're totally wasting defenders. And there's no point. Oh, there we go. I'm gonna just try and kill as many of these guys as I can. So it does impact my kill death ratio a little negatively, but I don't find it that bad. So it's not bad enough that I won't give them what they need, which is a bow or whatever. Because it really helps out, especially with defending our base. Wow, this game must have lasted forever. Why did it crash? Did it crash again? Let me pause it. Okay, sorry about that. I don't know if it's just the server, but my guess, because it's happened to me on other servers and, in just my own worlds, is it's just I think it's just Minecraft Pocket Edition that's crashing, but not the servers that are crashing it. But anyway, this game must have been going for a long time, because normally you get up to about 20-30 kills in a game. This has 117 to 125, which is totally insane. And it's still at 1-to-1 flags, which I guess if it got 2 to anything, it would end up being won or lost by different teams, but it's it's crazy. Oh, I need to get this guy. Okay. I normally just try defense, or sometimes I'll just distract whoever's defending the other base to help out my team. It's just, I find it more helpful than rushers, because while they get the flags, somebody's got to defend our flags, because you don't want them getting our flags while we're all over at their place. So it's really, you know, it's not as helpful when you're just running over to their side and not doing anything to help your team, other than trying most of the time in vain to get their flag. And yes, you need 1 or 2 rushers, or sometimes 3 or 4, but defenders are the in my experience, they're the more important part of the equation, because they prevent the rushers from getting the other team's rushers from getting the flags, while letting their own team rushers go over, and because the defenders on the other team's side are all running over to try and get the flag, so it just helps. Well, it's kind of almost just a diversion for the for the for the ones that are rushing and the ones that are defending. I just find it, and you get to be creative too with your designs, and you can learn strategies and stuff. I don't even know why these people it's pretty obvious that this is the base that doesn't have the flag already captured. Why would you even try to defend that one? I might just snipe him anyway, for fun, because I don't know, it's just fun. I guess that's what for fun means, but you know. Okay. Okay. It would be a total. Your teams would be totally OP if you let them get into their own bases. That would be way overpowered. But luckily it has a area protect. Um, I don't know what you call it, plugin that they use. It's not area protect necessarily. It's like prevent other players. Oh, they killed themselves. Prevent. Or no, I don't think so. Cause I don't know. I think that no, cause TNT won't kill your team if it's on. You know. No, they didn't kill themselves. Somebody had to throw it over. I really wish there weren't hackers, and so far on these surfers, but so far, but this match is pretty good, seeing as I haven't seen any. Oh, this guy's still there. Any hackers so far on this game, which is quite good for one of these games. How is he not dead yet? Oh, come on.